Your level of confidence in NAIMOS and their ability to fight decisively, Galamsey?
You know, the fight against Galamsey is basically on 3 pillars, and I want to talk about NAIMOS as the enforcement as a pillar. NAIMOS has been established to deal with the enforcement component of our fight against Galamsey. A 400-man force, which I am proposing. His Excellency the President, if he's listening, I am proposing that we increase the force strength to 1,000. And apart from the force strength of 1,000, let's give them what they require. You see, we train soldiers for war. Soldiers are trained for war. And in this modern era, you can actually be trained as a soldier and serve for 24 years and retire without ever going for a single war. But the war trend is changing. The nature of war in this modern world is changing. It's no longer military of a country attacking another military of a country. What is happening in the Galamsey front? If we rate it to the level that this is destroying the country, as we all agree, and you want the armed forces to get in there and do what they know doing best, raise it to 1,000, give them full retooling, give them enough resources, and give them a mandate, right? Clearly define rules of engagement and give them timelines. For instance, let's give them 1 year from January 2026 to 31st December 2026. We clearly define timeline. I'm sure that by the end of December 2026, you begin to show the power of the Ghana Armed Forces and how useful they are in the fight against Galamsey, very particularly the enforcement component. But if you use the armed forces to succeed in the enforcement component, we need to begin to talk about the alternative livelihood program. We need to talk about the responsible cooperative mining and skill development program. These 2 things, when you put them together, they should be following the NAIMOS success. When NAIMOS moves and they are very successful, you don't allow the place to lie fallow for years. In this country, we've lost on many of these grounds. When you see there's a particular land occupied by people, and government says, no, you have to leave. This is a state land. We use it to do some construction or some development. And we sack the people to go. After 1 year, nothing happens. 2 years, nothing happens. 3 years, nothing happens. Before you get back after 5 years, the people are back. But if something happened immediately after the people leave the place, you get to realize that the place is full. Look at what Dr. Honorable Oko Vanderpoy did in Accra, where we have this mall. It was hustled. Very tough for the people to move. But immediately they moved, they started the construction. And the mall is there. And because the mall is there, nobody can come back. So when NAIMOS is succeeding, alternative livelihood programs should be running.
Okay.
Responsible cooperative mining and skills development should be running alongside. And gradually you realize that the mining that we want to sustain our economy, legal mining as we call it, will continue to be there, and the illegality of it all will just disappear. Mining is not our problem. It's the illegality of it, this environmental destruction of it. The fact that now Galamsey has become mining with heavy equipment, without the rules and regulations, that has been our problem. If not, when I was a child, mining has been there. Galamsey has been there with pickers and a shovel and whatnot. Today we do Galamsey with heavy machinery.
So until then, we're running in circles.
And we are on. We are on. NAIMOS is on. And I think that at the weekend you see what they are doing. But I'm saying that what they are doing, if you are able to enhance their capacity with the numbers and the tooling, I'm sure that they will do a wonderful job for this country. Because they've shown a sign that that is the way to go.
Well, they have 150 million in the 2026 budget to augment their work.
No, I mean, when I saw that budget line yesterday, I smiled.
Why?
Because 150 million for NAIMOS. That is just in the budget. And I'm quite sure that
too small?
It is too small. I'm quite sure that the Minister of Finance in the mid-year budget will come and do something about it. Very particularly if this suggestion of increasing the force strength of NAIMOS from a 400 force to 1,000. We'll have to come and look at it. Even that, if the force strength even still remains at 400, 150 million for NAIMOS, looking at the volume of work that they have to do, looking at their mandate, I'm sure in the mid-year budget review, the Minister of Finance will do something about that. Yeah.
I see. We look forward to what is done. But has the committee been looking into the Obuasi mine shooting? That
matter is a matter that we are looking at, and we are hoping that, so we are linking all that to the fight against Galamsey. Okay? It's a holistic thing we are looking at. But zeroing on the Obuasi mine shooting, we are still waiting to see what finally happened. Sometimes I wasn't...
But who is looking into it now? Do you know?
No. Right now, probably the synopsis you gave me, you never included this. So I have not actually taken my time to refresh myself on the matter. So don't let me comment on it at all.